Okay, so if you go right up here to this fucking... Oh, you haven't hit the yellow switch yet. If to the left side of this, the stalk of this tree...
I could have swore I hit the one up there. Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't go to the very top yet.
Oh, it's up at the top. Okay, so what's
Or
the
no,
what's,
the one that you just hit was different. No, the yellow one's actually like way farther in the level for some reason. Okay, so if you go all the way up on this platform, it's slightly left. No, like to like the stalk, like the base of the tree, where the platform is. You can like stand on this and get enough height to jump off of it, and then grab the ledge from like a specific spot.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, I found that myself because I just didn't want to fucking do that
annoying puzzle
over and over.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yup. You know what they say. All toasters toast toast.
You know what they say. All toasters toast toast.
God damn it, how do you do these fucking voices so well? Oh my god, this fucking mini-boss was so annoying. You have to fight it 3 times and it gets progressively longer and harder every time. Which, like, okay, difficulty progression, cool. But like, fuck, it's the same thing 3 times, but just slightly more of it.
Just like the hot dog missions.
God.
Except these ones don't go on for 3 minutes. Well, I can't help it. It's fresh on the brain.
This is the cancer.
I'm really annoyed by the difficulty progression in this stage. I really wish I could get Resident Evil 512 on the DS for less than $200.
No one's gonna fucking understand what we're talking about except for RZ. And I don't know if he even watches these playthroughs.
He's watched some of them at least, I know.
I've watched all of them. I'm a true fan. True EPG plays fan. But I think you... Okay, you did hit it, thank God. Yeah, that was the one that I missed in this level, and I was like, oh shit, it's right at the beginning. But the fucking switch is all the way over there for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. That's... Okay. I don't like... I feel like they should be a little more self-contained. Like, the kind of same problem you had with Pac-Man World, with having to backtrack after grabbing a fruit.
That's a good point.
This does the same thing. It does it less often, but it does the same thing, where like switches are in entirely different sections from the treasures they're bound to. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Oh, I thought this was a cool little puzzle. Simple, but cool.
Yep.
I bet you, like, if you're just like a godly speedrunner, you can just like punch it and jump real quick, grab the ledge.
Grab that ledge! Yeah. Yeah, but that is a good point. I never thought of that parallel. Speaking of which, what is that loud beeping noise?
Oh shit, yeah, just like, if I'm not talking when it happens, just like, cut it out, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's...
I honestly don't know what it is. It just happens like every like once in a while. I just get a beep noise from like the back of my basement. I don't know what the fucking... What the cause of it is, but... If I knew what was making the noise, I would try to turn it off. Also, I did not break that thing when I fell down here.
Oh.
And
you missed the thing.
I missed the thing. But I did a really cool jump off the top left pillar with like a specific angle and a dash jump, and you can just barely grab it.
Huh.
That's the kind of like, you know, really creative playstyle that the controls in this game lets you do, and I really like that about this game. The controls are definitely the best aspect, because it lets you do creative stuff like that, and it's fun. I like having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. That's something I didn't give Pac-Man World 2 enough credit for. That game has wonderful controls and lets you do stuff just like that.
Yeah.
So I need to re-review that game eventually and give it
like that
more,
game is.
the credit it
I will
deserves.
give Pac-Man World 1 credit for this much. That game is definitely, for lack of a better word, more stable. Like the game is a bit more predictable in how things work, if that makes any sense. Whereas Pac-Man World 2 is a little messy.
Yeah, Pac-Man World 1 is more consistent. Because it doesn't really rely on like gimmick levels, like the underwater, fucking whatever the fuck those things are, the auto scrollers, the like ice slide level, shit like that. Which they're like cool little side levels sometimes, and other times they yellow Pac Marine.
Yeah, and then you have stages where you have to. You get like one shot to get all these fucking fruit, or you have to kill yourself.
Oh god, yeah.
It's like, what were they
fucking annoying?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
But yeah, World 2 has problems, and most of them pertain to collecting shit. Collecting shit in World 2 is not fucking fun. I hate it. 100% of that game is a pain in the dick.
I have yet to finish it myself. But it's just like
Really?
Yeah.
You've never 100%ed it?
No.
I've done it like 3 times.
Well, it's like I said.
But I've done it 3 times.
It's like I said in my in my Unleashed review. Sometimes you can't help yourself, even though you know it sucks. This kind of place holds many treasures. I bet the cliff bases do too.
I mean, the reason I did the second time, not 3 times, 2 times. The reason I did the second time was because after doing it my first time, I was like, man, this is like flawed. This has problems. I want to review this game and talk about it. I have things to say about this game. That's what sparked that review. So then I had to play it again and do it all again for footage. So, yeah.
And then you played Pac-Man World 3, and your life was changed forever.
Oh, no, I have not touched that game in a long time, and I don't plan on touching that game until I absolutely have to. I fucking hate it. It sucks my fucking dick and balls. God. I hate that game so much. It sucks too, because I liked it as a kid. I have fucking like fond memories of like, I don't know, playing the game, I guess.
Well, it's just like I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but it's just like I remember
it sucks. Those are my thoughts.
I remember you. Hold on. So you got to get like these platforms to time so that they start moving with each other, which is kind of interesting. But it takes.
Well, that one's already moving. Or did you already hit it?
Yeah, it started the level moving. So I've just got to get it into position and then stop it and then wait for the other one to get over there.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty cool one. I was in like the same position you were just there after hitting the last one, but I did a risky ass long jump and I actually made it. It was an epic gaming moment, to be honest.
That is precisely what Eric would have done in that situation.
And he would have fucked it up, and it would have been really funny.
You'd be like, oh no, they're gonna make me do it again. That's what he would have. That's exactly what he would have said. The monstrous magnets do more than just get in your way, you know. Think about it. What do magnets do? You can figure this out, Wario.
I appreciate that they don't completely baby you through like every mechanic of the game. Oh yeah, the fucking magnets. God, these suck ass. I hate these. I was like, yeah, this level's like one of the better ones in the game. Yeah, no, I was wrong. The other thing, like, where I feel like the back half of the game is just worse in general, is with like bottomless pits. I mentioned how fucking annoying those things are, especially in the later half of the game, and that's why. Bottomless pits are much more frequent, and as a result, you'll find yourself hopping in and out of those things every 5 fucking seconds. At least I did. Ugh, God. Hate it.
Fuck. Gotta go back.
Oh yeah, have fun going all the way back around.
I like how the fucking magnets just explode if they get too low.
I like how they... Nothing. I don't like anything about them but shit.
What about those little fly wings?
Yeah, they're kind of silly looking.
Fuck!
You can throw a magnet at it.
Yeah,
and
I was
like,
gonna try that
bugs.
next time, but I figured since
it's safer because you can do it without like having to go all the way back around. But you're gonna have to go down anyway once you hit it because that's where the treasure is.
All right, come here, Magnet Jones. I was gonna make a magnet school joke, but I couldn't think of one. Anyway.
Oh. I was like, I don't know, is that an anime or something? And then I remembered
Fuck!
schools are just a thing. Wait, did it not hit it?
No, it didn't. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have a...
Some of them it's kind of hard to tell whether you hit it or not, but fortunately it plays a little sound effect when you hit it, so you can tell that way. There's like a part later in the level where you fall down, and you have to go down there if you're 100% in the game because there's like shit down there.
Yeah.
But...
There, got it. And now I can go downstairs to the swirly platform.
Probably want to ground pound on it first.
Oh, that's right. Because for some reason you have to ground pound them every time you see them.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Ugh. I'm starting to see what you mean about this game. Just a little bit.
Yeah. There's just like, I don't know, I feel like the design, like the gimmicks to make each level stand out get less interesting, or not less interesting, but more annoying as the game goes on. In an attempt to make it more challenging, they just end up making it more tedious. Yeah. And that's why I dislike the back half of the game so much.
But like at the same time, because it's like I think the main draw of my Glover review is gonna be that yes, this game is flawed and all that, but I feel like there was a lot of potential here. That like if this game just got Glover 2, if Glover 2 had just come out, that we could have gotten a genuinely really great game out of it.
It sucks because I know Glover sold like really well.
It did?
For what it was.
Oh,
yeah, like it sold pretty decently. Because like they fucking marketed the shit out of that game, like commercials out the fucking ass.
I didn't know about it.
Also, the design of these little rooms gets more and more annoying all the way up until the last level.
Lots of really narrow platforms.
Very precise platforms.
And if you touch the water, you lose coins too. So
like I could care less about that, but the fact that you bounce all around and have no fucking control to land back on the ground just makes it so much more annoying.
Alright, switch. Not to be confused with the underpowered console. Where fucking Crafted World, speaking of which, runs at like 400p in handheld mode.
Oh god. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
400?
Yes.
Not even 480?
Not even 480, but the good news is that it does run at 60 FPS, which...
That's true.
Which is...
It's always at 60.
So I'll take it as I'm willing to put up with that somewhat if I get 60 FPS. It's a trade-off I'm willing to make. What I'm not fine with is when I get a shitty resolution and a bad frame rate.
Right.
Because then that just means that they overshot in terms of the eye candy and stuff.
Yep.
Well, thankfully this game, because it's just like the way that sacrificing resolution for frame rate has been a thing in games for ever since the beginning, really. Like even this game's a good example of that, where this technically the GameCube outputs 720 by 480, but the actual game is only like 640 by 448. So like a lot of games from the 5th and 6th generations would like remove some of the resolution from the top and bottom because it would be cut off in the overscan area of a CRT anyway. Whereas,
that makes sense.
So, but the difference is once you get to the 7th generation and you have to start making games for digital TVs, then things get different because there isn't overscan on a HD TV. So in order to, so you can't just cut off some resolution in the top and bottom where people will be like,
you skipped the thing.
Yeah, that's like, that's one of the few tricks I do know.
I'm glad that you are at least able to, because God, that fucking place was so annoying. I was stuck down there for like a whole 5 minutes. Kept falling into the pits and shit, and the magnets like wouldn't fucking... Oh God, it was such a pain in the ass.
But what were we oh yeah, so it's just like, for example, Halo 3 is like 540p, I think. Whereas it's actually interesting because Halo 1 and 2 on Xbox were actually a full 720 by 480. One of the few games from that generation to actually get there, but the trade-off is that the graphics looked much worse, and the game only ran at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
So, but then you get to 3, and the game is still 30, but,
I think it's funny, because, like, the textures are, like, low-res and don't look very good, and then the fucking remake, for some reason, has an option to switch between them. Like, who would even want to look at the old textures? They're so ugly.
Well, I know somebody who's a big Halo fan who would disagree with you on the old textures being ugly. Like, I agree with you personally. I don't think the Xbox graphics look that great, but there are those who will argue that the new texture set from the HD versions don't.
I mean, yeah, like the lighting is different.
Yeah.
But, in my opinion, better.
I mean,
I could really care less if it, like, ruins the atmosphere or whatever. I don't care.
Well,
if I can see what I'm doing, I'm happy.
Personally, in the case of Halo 1, I agree with you, because the original was, like, too dark and you couldn't see anything half the time. So the fact that they changed the lighting and made it brighter, in my opinion, makes it better to play, because I can actually see what I'm doing. But in the case of Halo 2, they actually made it darker. Oh, and here's kind of an interesting little set piece here. You gotta, like, time your jumps so that as it's coming up...
I think it's cool they have, like, physics-based platforming in these little challenge rooms. I think this is at least better than the, like, the levers that, like, push you. Because you don't have to cross a giant...
Up ahead is the giant Spider Atticus! Like Spartacus, but it's spider. Don't get stuck in the sticky spots on its web or you won't be able to jump. You can use the glue globes the monster spits out to get a closer look. Use a dash attack in the tug of war.
I love grabbing glue globes in
It's not called a song, it's called a piece. Anyways, we're almost done this level, as a certain Canadian might say.
Finally.
I'm better than you are, so I should do the review. Oh yeah, I had a story. Speaking of that beep, I had a story about that. When.
Oh God.
Because you of course you know Ethan from Game Mavericks. I don't know if you ever watched Game Mavericks, right?
I did not until the Mega Man 11 is the only one I've seen.
Okay.
I didn't watch your Let's Plays until the new channel started, because I didn't really know they were a thing.
Basically Ethan was one of the guys from Game Mavericks, and he and I were roommates in our 4th year of college. But
was he the one that with alongside you did the Whiny Bitch Gamer?
Yes, he was the co-writer for that.
He was the one that put that together with you?
And he was the one who came up with What I Digest. And a lot of other...
Oh, really?
Yes, and a lot of other classic lines. And, like, I dare say a good...
What a legend.
Yeah. Like, he did come up with some really funny jokes for that, but, he used to have this little air freshener thing, and periodically it would just spritz a little bit of air freshener into the room. And every single time it happened, it made me jump out of my shoes. Because
I'm so used to hearing this beep that I don't even notice it. Like I'll like even like if I'm recording a video, Like, I'll go back and listen to the audio and then hear a beep. I'm like, oh my god, I have to record this line again. Because I don't even notice when it happens. Oh, it sucks. It sucks.
Except in Ahbeef's case, most of the time you'll just put a little text thing saying, "Looks like I forgot to record this part," while...
I'm getting better with that, right?
Whereas whenever something like that happens, I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta change the script or record some new shit.